Hello students, welcome to the lecture. This is Kiran Kumar, I am from Locus Adventures. So in the previous lecture of circles, we have actually discussed the equation of parametric form, and in this lecture I am going to discuss how to find out the equation of circle passing through three non-collinear points. So given three non-collinear points, so what do you mean by saying non-collinear points? Basically these are the points which can actually form a triangle. So given three non-collinear points, I want to find out the circle passing through these 3 points. So let me name the points as ABC. So I want to find out the equation of circle passing through 3 such points. So let me put the heading for this: circle through 3 non-collinear points. So we can always draw only one unique circle passing through 3 non-collinear points ABC. So let us suppose this point is x1, y1, this point is x2, y2, and this point is x3, y3, and we need to find out the equation of the circle. So to find the circle equation, basically what do you require? We need to find out its center, and also we need to find out its radius. So let's see how we can find the center. Now when I draw the perpendicular bisector of side BC, the perpendicular bisector of the side AC, and the perpendicular bisector of the side AB, the point where all the 3 perpendicular bisectors meet is basically the circumcenter of the triangle. And we also have a property that this circumcenter is equidistant from the 3 vertices. So basically the distance of S from A, the distance of S from B, the distance of S from C is same. So I will write here SA equal to SB equal to SC. So I am going to use this in finding the coordinates of the center. So let us suppose that circumcenter has some coordinates called h comma k. Let us suppose that circumcenter has coordinates hk, and this is nothing but center of the circle, which is also called by the name circumcircle. So what is the name of the circle? Circumcircle. So to find out hk, I am going to use this. So if I consider SA equal to SB equal to SC, out of this equate any two. So let me equate SA with SB. And how do we write the value of SA and SB? Basically, since you know the coordinates of S and A, the value of SA you can write by distance formula, SB you can write by distance formula. So after writing by distance formula, this will give you one equation in H and K. So you can say it will give you an equation in H and K. To be more precise, you can say it's a linear equation in H and K. So actually x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3 are numbers, and hk are the unknowns here. So whenever you are writing SA equal to SB, writing the value of SA and SB by distance formula, you simplify this by squaring, you are going to get linear equation in H and K. Let this be equation 1. The same way consider SB equal to SC. So suppose if I consider SB equal to SC again, and then write down the value of SB by distance formula and SC by distance formula, we are again going to get one more linear equation in H and K. One more linear equation in H and K. So once we get 2 linear equations in H and K, so we have 2 equations and 2 unknowns. So solving these 2 equations will help us in finding the value of H and K. So solve to get the value of H and also the value of K. So we now got the center. In addition to this, what are we supposed to find out now? We need to find out its radius. So in order to find out the radius, you can see SA or SB or SC will represent the radius of the circle. And basically, because it is the radius of circumcircle, it is also called by the name circumradius. And how do we find this radius R? Again, we just got HK, so using distance formula for SA, you can find out R. Of course, you can even find SB or SC also, they will give the same thing. And once you know the center and radius, using equation of circle in the standard form, we can obviously write down the circle equation. So you can say equation of the required circle is x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square equal to r square. So this will give you the equation of the required circle. So this is the first method in finding the equation of circle when 3 non-collinear points are given. So in addition to this, you can also do it with 2 other methods. So let me illustrate the second method for finding the equation of circle through 3 non-collinear points. So here we have the method 2 for finding the equation of circle through 3 non-collinear points. So in this method 2, let me assume the equation of the circle in general form. So first let me assume that the circle has some equation given by x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. So I name it as Roman numeral 1. Let this be the equation of the circle that we need to find out. Now you can see that the point A, point B, point C, all these 3 points lie on the circle. So each of these points have to satisfy the circle equation. So you can now say the points A, B, C lie on 1, I'll say. That means they lie on the circle. So each of these points will satisfy the circle equation. So therefore, if A satisfies this, that means for x and y you are going to substitute x1, y1. So we will be writing x1 square plus y1 square plus 2gx1 plus 2f(y1) plus c equal to 0. So here we have replaced xy with this point. Here x1 and y1 are numbers and g, f, c are unknowns. So basically this is an equation in g, f and c. So I can say this is an equation in g, f and c. If you want to rearrange, you can also rearrange and write 2gx1 plus 2f(y1) plus x1 square plus y1 square plus c equal to 0. We can write it this way. So all this is a constant, g and f are the variables. So let us call it as equation 1. Just in the same way you can substitute x2, y2 in the circle equation, x3, y3 also in the circle equation and get 2 more equations. So since B lies on the circle, we now write a condition x2 square plus y2 square plus 2gx2 plus 2f(y2) plus c equal to 0. Let this be equation 2. Of course you can also rearrange this like first equation, you can do that. And similarly when you substitute c coordinates instead of x and y, it is going to give you x3 square plus y3 square plus 2g into x3 plus 2f into y3 plus c equal to 0. So here we got 3 equations and there are 3 unknowns g, f and c in this. If you know g, f and c, you can write down the circle equation by substituting those values here. So let's see how we can find out g, f and c from these 3 equations. So first of all, from first and second equation, you can eliminate c by subtracting them. So if you do equation 1 minus equation 2, this gives an equation in g and f. EQ I am writing in short form for equation. This gives an equation in g and f. So this equation which you got, suppose I call it as 4. The same way if you subtract equation 2 and equation 3, subtracting these two, 2 minus 3, so gives you another equation. So this gives an equation again in g and f. So let this be equation 5. So when we get 2 equations in g and f here, we can again solve 4 and 5, find the value of g and f. So you can just say we need to solve 4 and 5 to get g and f. And after that what do we need to do? We just have to substitute back the value of g and f in one of these equations to find out the value of c. So let me just write it. So what are we supposed to do now? We will be solving equation 4 and equation 5 to get the value of g and the value of f. You can say you will be getting g and f. And put this g and f either in the first equation or second or third and get the value of c. So you can then put this value, you can just say substitute in equation 1 or 2 or 3 to get c value as some value. Once you get the value of g, the value of f and the value of c, we can substitute them in the general equation right on the circle equation. So therefore, how do you write the circle? X square plus y square plus 2gx, this value of g you are going to write here, plus 2fy, so the value of f which you got here you can write here, plus c equal to 0. So that's how you can write down the circle. This is method 2. So apart from this, there is also a third method, but in order to use the third method, you need to understand the concept of family of circles, which we are actually going to do at the end of the chapter. So whenever I teach you family of circles concept, I will also teach you the third method for the same concept. So right now, you just get familiar either by using the first method or the second method. So whatever I have illustrated here are the general methods to solve the problems. But generally in objective exams where you have 4 choices, we can also try using certain shortcuts, and that depends upon the type of question given.